Okay, on today's episode of Let's Clean This Yard Up, that's where I left off yesterday. I got those cedar logs that need to be picked up. I'm just going to kind of clean up some of the underbrush there, just kind of stack them up in the woods, and a little bit more, just some weed eating stuff out here to do. Clip some of these bushes back, probably cut that bush back, just kind of clean up the slope a little bit of the drainage ditch. And you can see that I still have stuff hanging down in the drainage ditch too low, so get in here, start trimming some of these branches, and I got more wood to clean up here. Once again, just going to cut it up a little bit smaller and stack it up there in the woods. And then on to this here, and I'm gonna try to shoot some video of me actually working and getting this stuff cut down. There's the drainage ditch there. That's the drainage ditch, and then all this out here is overgrown out into the yard, so I need all that cut back. Probably that whole branch there is going to get cut back, and to open this all up. I'm hoping that today I can get all of that done. And there's another log laying here. It's been here for a long time, even before I bought the house. It's pretty rotten, so I don't know how much of that I'm going to cut or what I'm going to have to do to that. But anyway, once I get it all cleared off, and you see poison ivy in there too, covered in poison ivy. So anyway, I'm going to try and get that cleaned up, at least up to that point. I got all that cedar picked up and stacked up there. I cleaned up a little bit of this underbrush. There was a big bush somewhere in here. I cut it up and got all the debris, all the logs and everything that were here, and I got those stacked up over there. And I've already taken one tarp up to the street with all the little stuff I've cleaned up. But now we're going to start cleaning up. You saw my tripod there and pole saw, and I'm gonna set you up right about here, and I'm gonna start hacking away all that stuff there, all the stuff that's hanging down. You can see, I mean, that stuff's on the ground right there. That's on the ground, so all that needs to go away, and I'm gonna get past all this and get it all cleaned up. So like I said, I'll have you on the tripod for that, and do a time lapse on that as well. All right, off we go. All right, that didn't take long at all. I got 11 minutes worth of recording time there. I'm sure I'm going to edit that down. I mean, I'm going to edit it down a little bit, probably down about 10 minutes, and then time lapse it. So it'll probably only be about maybe a minute worth of footage. But you can see the vast improvement. You can actually see the street now. Nothing hanging on the ground. All I need to do now is just come in. I got to chop some of this stuff up a little bit smaller. It's pretty big, and load it up on tarps and just start dragging tarps to the street. All right, well, I got all that cut down, cleaned up, and hauled up to the street. I'll walk up this way. You can see this log that's laying out here a little bit better now. Lots of poison ivy in there, but what I think I'm going to do, it's not even 3 o'clock yet, and I just got done taking about a half-hour break hydrating myself and all that. I think I'm gonna come in here and just start hacking away at some of this stuff right now and get some of that cleared out today as well, just so I got less to do tomorrow. So I'll come back one more time and show you the final work for the day. Alright, so this is where I started this morning, cleaning up all that cedar that was laying out here. There's a lot of mess out here, but I think I can just knock most of that down with a weed eater. And then the rain, next big rain, because this is a drainage ditch, next big rain's going to haul away a lot of this stuff. So cut up that other tree that was down and got all that cut up. Got a bunch of stuff hauled up to the street. You can see my pile is getting bigger and bigger. Now I started cleaning up out of the trees here, the low hanging stuff again, and got all the way up to here. Was going to stop here, just decided it was still early, wanted to get a little bit more done, so I kind of hacked away at a little bit of stuff here just to get more done. And so tomorrow, my last day of doing this, I basically, all that underbrush there and some stuff here, cut some low hanging stuff out of the trees. There's not a lot of it left. And then go around the corner here and cut all that low brush there. Get all that cut down just so it looks a little bit better. Looks more like landscape rather than overgrown bushes. So that's this is where I'm at now here, and way back there is where I started. That one tree that's standing right there, beyond that, and then there's a bushes I hacked up a couple days ago too. So anyway, that's gonna be it. Thank you all for watching. I do appreciate it. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe, share, all that good stuff. More of this stuff's coming. Like I said, I'm gonna finish this up tomorrow and probably have my pile all the way down to the drainage ditch. And you see I'm piling kind of deep now, just to save me some room. They need to come pick that stuff up. City of Warner Robins, come pick the stuff up, please. Well, tomorrow afternoon.